Hello everyone! Welcome or welcome back. Another day, another video. If I can say such things. How are we doing? Hello. Thank you for checking it out, tuning in. How's it going? Middle of the week. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. Let's see. Turned on the camera and started recording. So hope you're doing okay. And things are going great. I do have some stuff I'd like to simulate conversation with somebody other than people I talk to at work for no reason. More like conversations that are not necessarily of my choice. I would love to try and set the mood by having conversation with you guys. Moving on. Meaning I don't talk to anybody. Moving on. I suppose there's some stuff in the news, but I wanted to get some fun stuff. Today, Wednesday, what are we supposed to do? Deep thoughts? Deep thoughts? I don't think I have any deep thoughts. None that I would like to share, per se. Especially after taking a tiny little break there, but the largest break yet. So, let's move into stuff. Okay, wow. So, somebody's been convicted in this trial against the armorer for the film Rust. First of all, it seems we're going to see this movie now, right? Isn't that kind of sort of twisted and a little bit sick on some level? I mean, I had to, since she's been, I had to check out what happened with the Crow and the Brandon Lee situation, just to find out what happened legally. And yeah, so there wasn't really anything but a settlement between the family and the crew, I guess, or whatever, the production. So that ended with that undisclosed amount. You would think that, at least in this case, that somebody would get more than 18 months. I don't, I just can't. It seems way too tragic to me. Okay, but is there anything funny about that or entertaining? Jesus Christ. I really can't think of anything off the bat. Let's quickly move on here. Let's see. What would I have wanted to... Okay, so now we have this Doritos thing, and it reminds me of the other thing that I didn't pay any attention to, but Bud Light. So I'm really speaking out of hand here or something. I don't really follow these stories, not even in the slightest, if I'm honest. But now that there's two, I feel like we have to talk about it. Apparently transgender is on the rise, and this is old news. I imagine it's on the rise now. And not to freak anybody out, I imagine if I was a dad in this day and age, I have a friend who, and I'm not sure I really ever talked about this. I may have, though. Long time back, maybe. It's been a minute only, but still. So I do want to be sort of smart about it. You can't tweet sexist stuff in your past and then get sponsored by Doritos. This happened in Spain, actually, but Doritos is worldwide. That's why we're talking about it. Like I said, I don't want to do any deep thoughts, people. I think most of this is coming from maybe, where does it start, right? I mean, where does it start? Parenting? I'm asking you guys. There's a little bit, let's see, and we're going to try and find out if we could find something funny in this story, too. Sure, environment, circumstances, and what I sort of what is it called, whittle this down to is it's going to be a giant bid for attention on some level. And that might be the parents, involvement as well. Let's see. And then second, or maybe fourth, however far we are on the list here, I don't see it as much. It's a bit threatening to the people that aren't dads as well, depending on how you look at it. All right, let's get into this, I guess. And this is not a deep thought. None of this stuff is deep. I think we all see this. I've never heard anybody say this opinion specifically. So here we are, I guess. But you're increasing your sexual selection. And a bit of that could have come from who liked you at a young age, perhaps. I'd like to move on. But, yeah. Let's see. I really... So then I knew a young lady who was growing up in high school, and she labeled herself as a lesbian. And I believe that was just for a moment. It's like same sort of thing, So I do have some... Anyway. All right. Let's move on. What was I... A threat if you don't like people joining the other team. If you're fine with people, they're actually joining your side. I suppose depending on where the split is. So if you're fine putting your organs inside other people's organs or vice versa, shouldn't be a problem. You could scratch number 4 off that list. All right. We have, God, for some reason I feel like there should be some background music playing. We have maybe I should re-record. We have the latest, large podcast for UFOs and stuff and that sort of thing. Told you I was going to get fun. Apparently is a giant call for more whistleblowers. Wait a minute. I thought everybody and their mom has seen UFOs. So interesting. We need reputable people to testify to the White House, Capitol. Apparently they're not going to necessarily be doing any more Senate hearings because of the changing of the guard, maybe, that we're in the middle of. Good stuff. I don't know. And then last thing. I have to re-record. Fucking hell.